What is up, guys? It's your boy, Dikaj here. Welcome back to my channel where it's all horror all the time with episode 4 of The Sinking City. So I had a hunch that I was not going about things the right way during last night's playthrough. Went ahead and did just a little bit of reading up because I don't want to be spoiling too much. But, you know what? Let me explain as I go, because there's probably going to be a lot of travel involved to get back on the right track here. Okay, so first things first. I actually want to give the main case another shot. Northern Cove side at the crossroad of Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. Northern Cove side. Yeah, there's the crime scene icon, whatever you want to call it, because we've already visited that once before. Let me see about any fast travel opportunities. Yeah, so we just loaded the game right near a phone booth, which is what we want. And all three of these fast travel points seem to be more or less equidistant from where we want to be. I want to say this one's the closest though. Okay, so last night the idea, my idea was to focus on the side quests first, and thereby gather some ammunition or maybe other weapons and tools, so that I could do a better job at the main case, which actually progresses the story. Now it turns out it's only the progressing through the main case that lets you uncover and or collect new kinds of weapons. Because, you know, what I was doing last night just felt really time consuming and inefficient. Wait, hang on. Can we dock here or no? It's not like an explicit docking point, but maybe I can still get up and hop out of the boat. Like so. Yeah. Yeah, so that's one thing that I found out. And the other is, maybe you've been watching before and you were around for my previous attempt at investigating this particular scene. And I remember there being some wiggly, distorted stuff going around the edges of my vision, or screen, should I say. I kind of missed an opportunity there. So let's see. Whoa. What's going on here then? Huh. I was beginning to think that guy was bulletproof. But, maybe let's not get involved. Or maybe let's not try and climb this ladder. So yeah, let me see if I can recreate that particular situation. seem to be doing alright as far as means of self-defense go. Now maybe if my aim was any good, that might actually make a difference. Ah, nearly there. So yeah, this is the place.
Guess I don't need the key.
Very astute, once again. So we already know that there were, if I recall correctly, that is, that
Someone smashed it beyond repair.
there's no survivors from said expedition, but after we found out about that, Robert Throckmorton, the employer, if you will, somehow still wasn't inclined to talk to us. And I believe it was at the bottom of the stairs where things got a bit weird. There we go, that whole blurry stuff in my vision. Now apparently when that occurs, you're supposed to activate the mind's eye, like so. And pretty much immediately be freaked out because things no longer make sense. That wasn't actually in the instructions, but what the hell just happened? Yeah, I think I'd be pretty much the same way if anything like that happened to me. I'm starting to wonder if these birds have any sort of significance or if it's just like a little visual gimmick. Partially burned cargo manifests. The following must be Grimhaven Bay, no later than Friday. Mark 5 diving suits, 6 air tanks and pumps, 4 canned foods, 18 crates, personal belongings, 6 crates with name unreadable, research equipment, 7 crates, do not tell, air pipes 24, phone station and wires 1, power generator 1, responsible for whatever. New Mind Palace clue. That's the menu where we pretty much piece together all the separate clues that we find. So let's go ahead and see if we can find some more. Whoa, whoa, dude! Well, that was uncalled for. Let's see if I can create a new, or craft, should I say, craft a new first aid kit right away, just to be on the safe side. And he's still coming for us. Bugger. Maybe shoot him in the leg first, see what happens. That is, had I actually managed to hit him. I'm afraid it was self-defense, guy. Maybe, try and craft a bit more ammo. See if I can free up some inventory space that way. Right, so that's all maxed out. And there we go. Let's see if there's anything out of the ordinary going on with this.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Yeah, I noticed as much. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm having a hard time believing that we went through all this trouble just to find that one note. It really doesn't tell us much of anything at all. What's this glowing business going on up here then? Better get back to the previous floor. Try and make sense of that. Yeah, it's been a few days, so let me see if I can remember this correctly. Basically, you step into a crime scene, and then you try and link events together in a chronological order, I want to say.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Grab the papers, smash the rest.
Come on, there's gotta be more to it than that.
I fatah me fe I regach I Dagon.
Dagon, that's my boy. I was beginning to wonder when he would show up.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
Well, looks to be a pretty straightforward affair.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Grab the papers, smash the rest.
Second occurrence.
I fatah me fe I
Carry
regach
downstairs.
I Dagon.
Burn it all.
And burn it all.
Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
Whoa. Weird stuff in my peripheral vision. Time to get out of here, I want to say. Actually, no. Let me go in and double check if there's something I missed on this upper floor. First time around. Maybe, try and craft a bit more ammo to make room for stuff. Yeah, no. All maxed out for now.
Can't say I ever saw another shell like it.
Wait, hang on. This doesn't seem familiar. Fisherman reports L. Sullivan and B. Morgan, local fishermen, report numerous large bubbles and an unbearable stench rising from the bottom of the sea. Bought a sample of a weird substance floating in the ocean from J. Harvey. He claims he found it among numerous dead and strangely deformed fish. The fish were taken for analysis. Several locals mention a rock that rose from the seabed, making the fog shine in different colors. The witnesses felt sick and dizzy for 2 or 3 days after the incident. LP Stern got severe burns after chiseling off a part of the rock in his basement. Samples taken for analysis. Huh. Yeah, let's maybe find a safe spot and try and piece things together in the Mind Palace. Right, so the cargo from the expedition was taken to the Grimhaven Bay Pier. The expedition headquarters was vandalized by Innsmouthers. They burned all the expedition archive, even the newspapers. The expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. There might be recent postings or ads about the freighter in the Oakland Chronicle. So I'm guessing it's time to visit the archives then. Looks a lot like just that opened up 3 new locations even. Nah, turns out that's not entirely true. Only certain clues correspond with new locations, apparently. Within walking distance, even. It's a lucky break there. And hopefully that way I get to find out a bit more about how archives work.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
Wow,
think
lady.
you got me confused with someone else.
Yeah.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland.
Yeah, just
See you later.
not right now. not really feeling very forthcoming, given the reception we just had. Right, so, archives. You will often need to look for useful information within various city archives. Archives contain topical information. For example, City Hall holds general data about citizens and organizations, while info about specific categories of people, like criminals or patients, can be found in police or hospital records. Makes sense so far. In the casebook, evidence may have a hint icon indicating you need to do some archive research. In the archive interface, select the piece of evidence you want to investigate, then choose 3 criteria to search for relevant information. A search conducted with the correct evidence and criteria result in new information being added to the casebook. Right on. So apparently that's a little book-ish looking icon thingy we want to be looking for, the casebook. And there we go, it's right there. So do I like physically inspect the archive while I'm here, or how does this work exactly? Huh, this reminds me a lot of a scene from BioShock Infinite, for some reason. So I was pretty much counting on having to, like, physically interact with a bookshelf or a typewriter maybe, or something along those lines, but looks like I'm not getting the gist of it just yet. Huh. You will need to look for useful information within various city archives, and it depends on the location you go to. Let me go ahead and double check. There might be recent postings or ads about the freighter in the Oakland Chronicle. Well, looks like we've come to the right place, at least. I mean, we're right there. So what gives? Well, not gonna find anything useful in there now, am I? there we go. So, Bird newspapers. The expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. There might be recent postings or ads about the freighter in the Omen Chronicle. So this would take place after the flood. I can't recall coming across a mention of anyone particularly noteworthy during the course of this investigation. So as classist as it sounds, I'm gonna have to go with commoners. Section advertisements. But is this really, are these really the three criteria we want to go by? Because, of course, this all took place in a specific area. So I'm gonna leave out commoners as a search criterion, and go with Grimhaven Bay instead. Ship freight advertisement. The 30-ton ship Titania is currently available for hire. You will find it fully equipped for transport, as well as the aiding of underwater ventures and exploration for the price of 70 rifle bullets, or the equivalent thereof per week. Those interested are urged to contact Captain Jeremiah Sanders for contracting details. He can be found at Pier 3, Open Port, Grimhaven Bay. Right on. See, now this is what I was looking for investigation-wise. It's a very original mechanic, I must say. Maybe doesn't feel very organic or user-friendly at first, but it still beats the whole linear thing that was going on in Call of Cthulhu. So yeah, let's try and find out a bit more about this Sanders guy. So it's Pier 3, Open Port, Grimhaven Bay. Grimhaven Bay, Oakland City Port. No fast travel destinations as of yet, because we actually have not gone there before. And it's starting to look like we may very well have to go through an infested area to get there. And even if I go around this a little bit and say I enter the mainland, if you will, from this angle, I don't know if we'd be in the clear just yet. But hey, only one way to find out. You know what? Let's humor this lady and see what her interview nets us.
Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our readers something more about yourself.
I'm a private eye in Boston. The situation in the port was a good use of my skills.
Well, Detective Reed, I think you'll find our city has a lot of secrets, but people may not like you poking your nose in. Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
Yeah, I don't think I want to be entirely truthful about that.
I've been investigating disappearances all around Massachusetts. The missing people all seem to have ended up here for some reason.
The mystery of the newcomers. And you want to know why they're here? Well, they aren't very forthcoming about it. And it doesn't help that most of them aren't thinking straight, to put it mildly. I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know. See you later.
Yeah, so that didn't seem to be very substantial. Now why do I get the feeling I just painted a major target on my back? Oh well. 20/20 hindsight, as they say. Hang on, what's going on here? Why... that prompt in the upper right corner, why does that still say find the needed newspaper advertisement? Because I could have sworn that's what we just did. Ah, right. Turns out you just need to manually keep track of your findings. So that's left a ways and then a sharp turn to the right. No, the other right. Yeah, that should take us far enough, I guess. I still don't like how your default walking pace is like this. Jog tempo, because you can't really take in everything that's going on around you. Which, just seems like a bit of a shame. Wait, hang on, what just happened? I'm not entirely sure what's going on with my sense of direction tonight. I swear my map reading skills are a lot better. Usually. But hey, I'm entitled to an off day now and again, aren't I? Right, major junction here, so where do we want to go from here? Straight ahead it is. Let me check if I've got my gun at the ready just in case. Yeah. Would be a shame to run into trouble and then find out I've got the health kit equipped or whatever. Hey Emma, good to have you. Thanks, excuse me. Thanks for checking in. What's the nah for? I don't know what that was in response to. Okay, so it's port or pier or dock, whichever you want to call it, number 3. Oh, I'm not. Oh, well, thanks for clearing that up, I guess. What in the actual... Where is that coming from? Now that sounds like an off day.
Thank Kay. At last. Hey, help. Help.
What's going on?
Sea creatures. Swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
What creatures? What are you talking about?
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood. They're eating the dead.
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port?
Yeah, just disregard
The creatures
that
get him.
completely, why don't you?
I saw Sanders. Help me. I'll tell you what I know.
Well, that sounds like a fair trade. So, another hint. Combat. You know what, I'm pretty sure I've gone over this once already, but given previous experiences, I guess it wouldn't hurt to check this out once more. If you are crouched, hostiles are less likely to detect you. Enemies may harm your sanity as well as health. Some enemies have unique abilities that may come as an unpleasant surprise, but most have weak points too. Ammo and supplies are scarce. Duh. Scavenging, crafting, and quest rewards are the only sources of supplies. Guns are not going to reload themselves. Bit on the nose there, maybe, but hey, still a good refresher. I mean, I guess dying by phlegm qualifies as an unpleasant surprise indeed. This is all looking very bright to me, for some reason. Did I mess around with my brightness settings earlier? Nah, it's actually below 50%, huh? Best leave that alone then. Haha, you dumb bastard. Dude, just... yeah. Don't tell me that's Sanders.
Shot dead. Point blank. The monsters sure didn't leave behind much. Gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
How is this guy sitting there in that booth, being all composed and whatnot? Okay, wait, so hang on. Apparently you don't have to be in mind's eye mode for your sanity to be drained from looking at gnarly stuff. But judging by what's going on the lower left there, it regenerates as soon as you are suitably far away from it. Meanwhile, my dude is still putting a gun at his temple with very little provocation, so I'm not entirely sure what to make of this particular mechanic just yet. Either way.
They were in high spirits, and plenty of them were drinking.
Well, it is the weekend. Now where's our guy? Time charter contract. I, Captain Jeremiah Sanders, hereby agree to take on board my vessel, Titania, any persons designated by Robert Throckmorton, and the cargo detailed in the attached manifest, as well as to provide them with any and all necessary assistance up to and including depth measurements, as well as diving support for underwater exploration and marine life observations. Aforementioned services will take place in confidential locations in Cod Bay. Afterwards, the Titania will provide transport for all passengers to the Oakland port. Compensation will be 70 bullets. Cod Bay. Not sure we've gone that before. Doesn't seem to be a place we can visit anyway. Maybe it's... yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's offshore.
Cape Cod. There were marks here, but they've been erased.
Now, going by the icon on this map, there's still a bit of exploration to do where I came from earlier. And there's one of them crime scene thingies.
You can't take me! Eat this! To the mayor with you! Die! Die!
Seems to be in chronological order so far.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Don't tell me this was all about a shortage of booze. I want to say this is what instigated the whole thing.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
To the mayor with you! Die! Die!
Yeah, looks like a classic case of mutiny to me.
You can't take me! Eat this!
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
Wait, hang on. Where'd you get that from? And how do we know our Sanders guy isn't among these bodies?
They emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder.
Derp, so that means it's recent, right? I've seen enough crime shows to know that that means it's recent. But yeah, looks like it's time for more Mind Palace stuff. So the sailors on the Titania attack one another. All but one were killed. The survivor has a deep wound in his shoulder. Where did he even get that from? But, I mean, gift horse and all that. So why can we not match these, I wonder? Maybe let's go back to PTSD booth guy here. He sounds like he knows what's up.
I've dealt with the creatures. Now,
There
tell
we go.
me about Sanders.
We got back several hours ago. Those things, they came because of him.
What happened on the Titania?
It was horrible. A damn massacre. I heard the shots. I went out. I saw the whole thing. Sailors bleeding, dying. Blood hit the water, and then, well, then the wild beasts came to feast.
So this was only after.
I gotta find Sanders. Where is he?
Saw him get away. Just after the shooting. Ran for the pier. Didn't see where he went after that.
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
So I gotta say, I'm not really liking how our character is apparently like so much more perceptive or supernaturally gifted that I, as a player, can't even tell where he gets his ideas from. But still, again, I'm liking this relative complexity a whole lot more than... You know what, I'm not gonna say it again. Let's see what we got here. There was a fight among the crew, yada yada. Yeah, that much we know. So it's Mind Palace time again. The harbor master saw Captain Sanders leaving the pier. The only survivor of the fight on the third pier of Grimhaven Bay was a man badly wounded in the shoulder. Captain Sanders is the wounded man and is now seeking medical aid. Yeah, I'm thinking hospital then. Just too bad we haven't yet uncovered a fast travel point in this particular district. Finally, it's starting to look like I'm getting a feel for how it all comes together. I mean, how the game plays in general is what I'm trying to say. I mean, how is this entire city not evacuated yet? I guess we're about to find out. No boat? No boat! Looks like we're gonna have to take the long way around after all. I'm just hoping I'll uncover another fast travel point on the way. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if you saw something happen just out in the middle of the street that would trigger another side quest? Because this is starting to feel, yeah, this is starting to feel like a unnecessary detour. Because there doesn't seem to be a damn boat here either. There we go, much better. I kind of want a spin-off game focused purely on this boat by now, because every damn boat I seem to find lying around is always the Cyclops 2. So, I'm kind of interested in this boat as a character now. Like, how does he get around? What does he do? Why doesn't that boat have teleportation powers? Is what I want to know. Okay, so there's a fast travel point that we apparently already uncovered. I want to say this is poor old shovel guy yet again. For those who haven't been watching, I'm pretty sure this is the guy that I hit upside the head with a shovel for no damn reason, just through clicking the wrong button. And I still feel kind of bad about it. I'm still very much looking for the actual diving sequences, which I know there are, but I guess you can't have everything all at once. Whoa, what's going on here then? Do I get... Wow. I was gonna say, do I want to get involved, but that was the best goddamn silencer I've seen in any medium anywhere. Ever. Huh. Nah, I should've known those were too high to climb. Kabalichi, good to have you, mate. Yeah, it kind of is, but... You know, I'm willing to look past it, because any game that operates on this much of a scale, I want to say... It's bound to have a few flaws here and there, and it's nothing game-breaking. It's... I mean, it kind of breaks the immersion, but... It's not really all that bothersome up until now. So where's our guy? Any patience with him? I don't know why that's so funny. This is very immature on my end. If you don't know why I'm giggling right now, I would recommend you go to urbandictionary.com. But let's just say this is a very peculiar way to phrase a question. Okay, Tikash, get together. You got a murder to solve here. Or stuff and things.
I'm looking for a man. Just checked in. Cut up pretty bad.
I've got a trauma unit full of patients.
Yeah,
like that,
be
sir.
more specific, dude.
Okay, this might ring a bell. My guy has a deep axe wound in his shoulder.
Sir, I really don't have time for rifling through paperwork. But you're welcome to take a look at our archives if it means that much to you.
Fair enough. Wait.
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
Yeah, you seem to be very involved. So, yeah. Archives. Hang on. I'm messing up yet again. Am I not? No, I was right. I was right the first time around. You do actually interact with a physical object in order to inspect archives. I'm just wondering why this doctor dude, who doesn't seem to be doing much of anything at all, is built like a goddamn Berlin bouncer. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. And there we go. So, I want to know about patience after the flood in surgery district. Now this, where do I go from here? Because it originated from Grimhaven Bay, but we're somewhere else entirely right now. You know what? Let's just give this a shot. No information to be found. So which district are we in right now? Coverside. Yeah, I mean, Emma, I'm still chuckling over here, but that was just like, how did that get through the writing process? Like, I could just imagine this development team all gathering together, vetoing the dialogue that are gonna send to voice actors, and everyone's all on board with X-Wound. Like, nobody raises their hand to go against the grain and say, you know what, just maybe, Anyway. So by now, that would be Coverside, as opposed to Grimhaven Bay. We're still talking about surgery, and we're still talking about patients. I want to go ahead and say that the period is the least relevant factor in all of this. So I got a good feeling about this, which is apparently very much unfounded. Choose evidence. Hang on. Maybe, just maybe, I'm selecting the right criteria, but I don't have the actual correct evidence on paper in front of me. Captain Sanders has the wounded man and is now seeking medical aid. Let's go ahead and search for that again. Except maybe this time, drop Coverside and switch that for Grimhaven Bay. And wouldn't you have it? Peter Crowley, M29, Oakmonter. Multiple burns and fragmentation wounds to chest and face as a result of explosion. Hang on, I don't remember for asking for any of that, but here we are. Several surgeries, wound treatment, facial surgery, prognosis, good, bed rest recommended. Joseph Willow, M39, newcomer. Deep cut wound to left shoulder, broken collarbone, fractured scapula. Wound stitched, fracture set and bandaged. No trace of infection evident. Prognosis, good. Bed rest recommended. So it's starting to look like good old sneaky Captain Saunders checked in under a false name, which is good to know. Meanwhile, in the real world, quick bio break. Give me like 2 minutes and I'll be right back. Promise. Pinky swears. Right, back. So, what does this guy have to hide that would make him check in under a false name, I wonder? So, Kai, if you're still there, that is, how's it going with the motorcycle driver's license and everything then? Kind of curious about just what kind of hog you're gonna get. I seem to remember you telling me about your driver's license the other day. Then again, I wasn't in the most lucid state of mind that particular. Yeah, so there's a motor. Yeah. So what are you, oh, hang on. No, I remember talking to this lady.
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever again, no sir.
No, I meant the motorcycle one specifically. I'm asking because I talked to another friend of mine last night who's well on his way to getting the same, and he's got the jacket and all the accessories, except for the actual damn bike.
What happened to you, mister?
Pete, explosion. Fishing with dynamite. Hurts talking.
Okay, so not our guy. What's that he's got strapped to him, though? He looks like a... I'm not an expert, but he looks a lot like a suicide bomber.
Fishing with dynamite, huh? You sure it wasn't from a fight in port? Maybe on a ship?
I'm sure. Oh, please, leave.
Okay, guy. Okay. I wasn't aware you already got it. No, I just, I'm not an expert, but I know what I like, and I'm guessing a Kawasaki would be like a super sleek, smooth, sporty kind of deal. But yeah, no, good on you, mate.
Yeesh. What happened to your shoulder?
Ah, there we
Some
are.
psycho in a bar brawl. Gun came out, he clipped me good in the shoulder. Something I can help you with?
I'm just looking for someone. Captain Sanders.
Captain Sanders. Never heard of him. I'm Joseph Willow. You should probably look somewhere else.
That's funny. The records say you were admitted for an axe wound, just like a certain Captain Sanders got in the port massacre. Spill.
Oh, to the depths with it. Who sent you?
I'm asking the questions here, pal.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, first tell me who you are.
Charles Reed, Private Eye. Throgmorton wants to know what happened to his lost expedition.
So Throgmorton came looking at last. I knew someone like you would find me sooner or later.
Just for a second there, I thought that said, what were you drinking? And I'm always on the lookout for recommendations, but, nah, but for real though, what was the expedition looking for? I think we kind of got that covered
I think
already.
it'd be an understatement to say your expedition met with disaster.
That should never be found, Mr. Reed.
Jesus Christ,
I
about...
only wish I'd known that then. Maybe they'd still be alive. The scientists, my crew. None of them deserved what happened to them.
Yeah, that seems to be pretty relevant.
Did you know Albert Throgmorton made it to shore?
Albert survived? Is he here?
Sorry, no.
No. He didn't make it. He's dead as the rest. Murdered in the port. But what about the others?
I don't know. My crew left them down there, underwater. I ordered a rescue attempt, but they threatened mutiny.
Not sure I understand the question there. Gabautje. Let me get back to you as soon as I do with this guy. Why were you drinking? Well, that sounds pretty damn irrelevant.
Tell me what happened on the last dive.
We had a system. The divers go down and come up at a prearranged time. But not one surfaced that day. In the end, I sent a team to check. They returned with Albert, but all were half mad with fear.
You've got a good reason for leaving the expedition to die, right?
You weren't there. Day after day was a horror, Mr. Reed. We saw things. Not one of us dared sleep. It was an expedition into cursed waters, mark my words.
What were you looking for underwater?
The cause of all this. The stones, the flood, the monsters. The scientists found cracks on the seabed. They were working on some theory of how it connected to the madness.
The ocean floor splits open and that means hysteria on land. Really?
We spent days over the cracks. We heard things. Saw things looking back at us.
I was on the Titania before I came here. It seems you were all hitting the bottle pretty hard. Why?
To stop them from rioting. To save them from despair. After those dives, anyone would turn to drink.
So, the diving did a number on your crew. But what happened in the port?
I don't know. They were calm until we docked, and then they lost it. And many good men lost their lives.
Could you take me out to where the last dive took place?
No.
Do it, do it!
Follow them.
I want to dive.
It's suicide. Worse than suicide.
I'm a Navy diver, Captain. And with all due respect, I'm not afraid of boogeymen.
Ooh, burn.
I don't care. I'm not taking you there. And besides, you'll never follow them without proper equipment.
Well, in that case...
Do you know where I can get a good diving suit?
My men got theirs from a local factory. If you're that bullheaded, I'll write down the address.
Yeah, let's do this.
Where's the logbook from the Titania?
And that too.
I had it with me, but I was all out of it by the time I got here. I remember the surgery ward. When I came round, my things were gone.
Get better soon.
I was actually kind of looking forward to this, like an in-game universe explanation for all the weird bullshit that's going on, and some people just going about their day while others, you know, just retracted and are freaking the fuck out. Secondly, I take offense to that term. It's not Sir Drink a Lot, it's Sir Drink Often. There's a difference, I would have you know. So medical aid, is there something we can do for this guy? Can we maybe inject him with one of our health packs? You know, it seems my own health is only hovering at around 70-ish%. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click here, and maybe if I inject myself, I can live with that. Maybe help this guy out. I don't know. Apology accepted, Emma. But yeah, no, let's get on track here. That's fair enough, guy. Let me just say quality over quantity. I'm not sure if I wanted to be rather talking about whiskey or bikes by now, but I'm sure we'll find a happy medium somewhere down the line, as bad of a combination as that is. So let's take a look at what we've uncovered. We've been over this particular bit already. Captain Sanders' evidence. Sanders informed me that the expedition anchored at several points in the ocean, diving to inspect the seabed. The coordinates of those anchor points may be in the ship's log. Sanders brought it with him to the hospital, but the last place he remembers is a surgery ward. Check. At the last anchor point, the scientists uncovered some cracks in the seabed. Something horrible happened there, and the crew were frightened so badly they mutinied after saving Albert Throckmorton. Much of the expedition were abandoned in the underwater cracks. Damn, that's cold, yo. That's cold. And there's also the bit where Sanders sent me to purchase diving suits, but yeah. First, let's go ahead and inspect their operating theater, or whatever is supposed to pass for one. Basement surgery. There we have it. Wait, hang on. How does that work? You're gonna play something too, but keep watching? Those are some impressive multitasking skills you've got going on there, Kai. Teach me, Sensei. 2 screens, there you have it. Lucky bastard. And ADD. Like I said, quality over quantity, but I'm not sure I want to go there. But yeah, if you insist on relegating me to the background, I guess it's as much your Sunday night as it is mine, guy. So, yeah. We're in the basement, and I don't think I'm looking at anything particularly useful here just yet. Can't carry any more. Let's see what we can craft from what we have on hand. So both types of ammo are all maxed out. That's an additional foot trap. Maybe, I mean, definitely get another first aid kit in there. But other than that, so, Guy, I may be prying here, but just out of curiosity, are we talking ADD or ADHD? Because I've been led to believe there's a pretty significant difference, which just fascinates the fuck out of me, truth be told. Now, I'm already on edge just from weird stuff dripping down from the ceiling. Could very well have to do with me just playing Alien Isolation, but in this case it very much looks to be a leaky ceiling and nothing more. So let's just let's go ahead and just make one more pass. And yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and say we've cleared this place out. So whatever medical aid, whatever medical aid it is that Sanders is still looking for, we're not gonna find it in this particular building. Now, how about that clue that he dropped on us? I'm a little less confident now because the evidence that he just gave us still has an icon associated with it, which looks kind of compass-y. If you'll excuse my choice of words. I want to say that if we follow up on the diving suit clue, that would bring us a bit closer to resolving whatever's going on with this guy. Hey, Emma, good to have you again. So it's starting to look a lot like it's time to head back to Grimhaven Bay, and we're looking for Smith Avenue between Levi. This has always confused me. Is it Levy or Levi? Levi Coven Avenue and Deep Shore Road. So we're looking for Grimhaven, Levi, Deep Shore. Grimhaven. There's the Coffin Avenue. Seasmith, between Coffin and Deep Shore. So there's Deep Shore, Levi. You know what? Again, let's just place a temporary marker right here that we can refine as we go along. Not a lot of time to be gained here from fast travel points by the looks of it. But I want, is it Lee? Well, yeah, I mean, Emma, thanks for putting in the time and effort for spelling that out, but that still doesn't really clear things up a whole lot. Yeah, so let's fast travel here. I'll take it from there. Now what? Obviously, we take the boat because, of course, we would. But still a long ways. Oh, so Levi, after all. As in the, Jean's brat, I take it. Because I want to say originally it's a Jewish name, but then I don't speak any Hebrew, so what do I know? Yeah, no, because a levee is like a water well, I want to say. Either way, let's not get hung up on that, because this game is giving me enough difficulty as it is. And I mean this in a good way, by the way. As opposed to a certain game I was playing earlier this week. Cough, cough, wink, fucking wink. Yeah, sorry about ruining your fishing trip there, guy, but priorities, mate, priorities is all I'm gonna say. Alright, still more or less on schedule. More of the more than the less. Infested area. Not where I want to be. let's see if we can try and circumvent this. You know what? I'm just gonna chance it and make a beeline. In other news, I'm supposed to be motorboating through the local canals with a friend of mine tomorrow. I'm sure that's guaranteed to prompt a few weird flashbacks, given everything that I'm seeing so far. And there is an actual fast travel point in Grimhaven Bay, wouldn't you know it? Hallelujah. Gun at the ready, just to be on the safe side. Not like it's proven to be very effective so far, but always err on the side of caution, I want to say. Let's go ahead and backtrack a bit. Actually, while I do that, let's activate the mind's eye and see if we can make out any funky markings around here. At the cost of sanity, of course, so let's go ahead and see if I can pinpoint this down a bit more carefully. So, on Seasmith Avenue between Levi Coffin and Deep Shore. Deep Shore, Deep Shore, Deep Shore. Don't tell me I fell for it once again. Between Levi and Deep Shore. Smith Avenue. I'm still not seeing a Smith Avenue. Is it just me, or... What in the hell? Oh, so there's Smith Avenue. Well, that's a pretty lengthy fucker right there. Between Levi and Deep Shore. Those instructions don't make any goddamn sense unless... No, wait. There we have it. Between Levi and... Yeah, nah. Seems like I managed to get my bearings after all. Does that mean we have to go through the infected zone? Kinda, sorta, maybe. I want to say let's just make a run for it. That's another weird cockroach, weasel, kitty cat. Still hoping for an explanation for that somewhere down the line. Nope, wrong turn. another quick double check, and wouldn't you know it, I passed by the place already, apparently. Can I activate the mine site from the boat? No, I cannot. So let's dock this right here. See what we can do. Yeah, not a lot of other options. Oh, so that time again? Come here then. Fucking eat shovel, you stupid fucking multi-legged bitch. Not to be discriminating against Molochs, but I mean, they did come after me first. So this is the actual diving suit factory then. Do I go up first or down first? Up first or down first? Emma, you maybe want to weigh in on this? Because those are both equally horrible destinations in a horror setting. Kai, sorry, I didn't mean to neglect you. I just wasn't aware that you were still with us.
This wouldn't even hold air for a minute.
Up you say, up we go. Can't carry any more. Better remember this place, cause I've got a feeling we're gonna run out of ammo sooner or later. See, more gunpowder we can make use of. Wow. And apparently I picked up an entire diver suit just like that. Which I guess explains the tremendous backpack. Lots of ammo to be found, so I'm expecting a whole lot of trouble. And it's generally a pretty bad idea to immerse yourself in water in a Lovecraft-inspired game. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. Do it for the people. Actually, no. I will not. Because I remember the last tutorial chapter that I haven't checked out yet is all about diving. So, the harpoon stuns hostile creatures for a short time. Flares light your way and can distract hostile creatures. And if damaged, hold E to slowly recover your diving suit's pressure. Now, game, don't be taking this the wrong way, but you know what would have been helpful? Talk to me about how to put the goddamn diving suit on in the first goddamn place. How about that, huh? I don't think that's an unrealistic expectation, and I'm already being insulted by fucking eels. Like this is some sort of fucking hentai game. Let me get back up these goddamn stairs. And another lesson learned, apparently. So let's go ahead and find out if I've still got the diving suit on hand. After dying like that. Not getting a whole lot of useful information right here. You know what? Time out. Quick bio break. Let's see if we can make some sense of this afterwards. Back in a bit. Give me a few. So yeah, back again. We're worthy. Looks like there's some new stuff going on in the so-called Mind Palace over here. The Titania crew are mad and started a massacre in the port as a result. Well, yeah, we pretty much established that already. So what's new in the casebook? Did we at least get to keep that diving suit, or no? A diving suit of the same type we used in the Navy. Old, but in a good state. Should be good down to about 100 meters in it. Which is nothing to scoff at in the first place. Now, I don't remember coming across anything that would improve Captain Sanders's condition at this point. So, what do we make of this? Diving suit factory, all evidence collected. That's good to know. Now there's a yellowish orangey icon around the pier that says key evidence collected. But I'm noticing the subtle difference between all evidence collected and key evidence. So while we're still close by, let's go ahead and revisit that. Let's try and see what we missed the first time around. So, Guy, just out of curiosity, man, what's it you've got going on there on your other screen, then? If you even want to divulge, that is. See us go right on, right on. God, that is years and years ago for me. Thanks for making me feel old, Guy. I was still in college when I was playing Counter-Strike. Damn.
emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder.
Yeah, I remember inspecting that before. As this is, I mean, yeah, I know I am. Like, statistically, numerically speaking, I know I am. You just don't need to. You don't gotta drive to Point Home, guy. So what else is there? Maybe try the Mind's Eye again. Because if we've been over the makeshift bar.
This would be a weird artifact in any collection.
I don't remember picking this up earlier. And there we go. All evidence collected. Like, was that hidden under that letter earlier? Either way, I got what I came for. Because, of course, it wouldn't be a Lovecraft game without weird little figurines or statuettes or what have you. But yeah, back on track. Diving suit factory, all evidence collected. I'm kind of half tempted to revisit Mr. Throckmorton, see what he has to say about all this. Except, it looks like we haven't quite exhausted the expedition headquarters just yet. So let me go ahead and mark down the nearest fast travel point. And let's go over that one more time. So are you a rushing bee, Sukabiet? I have no idea what modern Counter-Strike looks like or how it plays out. All I know is that particular meme, not gonna lie. Whoop. Oh yeah, there's our phone booth. There we go. I could have sworn I combed over that place like 3-4 times already, but apparently there's something I'm still missing out on. A so-called Smurf account. What's a Smurf account? I have no idea what that even means. Also, sort of cheating. I'm not sure there's a whole lot of gray area there. Extra account next to you. Still not quite following, but it sounds a lot like you've got a primary account to be playing the way it was intended, and then you've got a douchebag account to mess around in, and main account which is bad ranked on purpose. Okay, now you've officially lost me. I was thinking there would be your main account and then there would be your shit-talking account. But, yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this. Primary account is for real. Douchebag account is in the worst bracket, so I get to compete with total noobs. Yeah, that is cheating. That is... wow.
Guess I don't need the key.
Yeah, no, I get why you were so seemingly overconfident in your Counter-Strike skills from the other
Damn
day.
paper's all that's left of the expedition.
But hey, learn something new every day, I guess. So it would seem that we are still not done with this place. Draining sanity as I go along, of course. Let's go ahead and switch that off for now. And have a look at this upper floor again. Yeah, there's the shell that you've never seen before. I wonder what this doctor guy is all about. He seems to be like a recurring theme in our peripheral vision. Metal scrap. Huh. Maybe it's the middle floor after all. At least the blurry peripheral business at the bottom of the stairs is gone. Alright, guy, you have a good one. Talk to you later. Still not gathering all the evidence from the looks of it, which is getting to be pretty damn frustrating right about now, if I'm being honest. So what's going on with the casebook here? Yeah, I want to go ahead and say the lure tab is just there to flesh out the game world and the mythology, but it doesn't seem to be playing an active role in piecing things together so far. The pipes are calling. Yeah, we've been over this. You know what? Whoever's watching this, I'm gonna make you a deal. I'm gonna revisit both Captain Sanders and see if Mr. Throckmorton wants to talk to me by now. After all, if not, I'm gonna call it quits for the night, because there's only so much stagnation, if you will, that I can handle for the night. So that's the asylum, not the hospital, where I want to go. There we go. And that's actually still an active investigation scene, which more or less confirms my suspicions. Yeah, Emma, it's I'm not gonna lie, I am having a good time here. It's not very, I want to say user-friendly. It doesn't spell everything out for you. No, I don't feel like I'm wording it correctly. There's some key gameplay elements that I feel they should have been a lot more explicit about from the get-go, or maybe incorporate it into an interactive tutorial as opposed to the you know, all the homework they're selling us up with. But I do finally feel like I'm getting the general flow and what's expected of me. Just making your hair some sort of color, so I couldn't exactly type. I'm not sure what the causal relationship is there, but I'll take your word for it, and I hope it works out to your satisfaction, the dye job, I mean. What in the actual... Okay, that seemed a lot more ominous and dangerous from a distance. But I mean, it's a free country, buddy. You can sit there and tweak out in your own car if you want to, I guess. So, the hospital. And
Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
this would better yield me something good. Where's that guy again? Oh yeah, there's Mr. Suicide Bomber Vest. You don't want to dye your keyboard red. I guess that's a good argument. No, yeah, no complaints here.
I warned you.
Oh come on, man! Is that all I'm gonna get out of you? I'm like half tempted to slap you with a shovel right about now. But honestly, I'm thinking if this guy doesn't want to divulge any further information, I highly doubt Mr. Throckmorton is gonna want to talk to us. So let's go over this once again. Sanders informed me that the expedition anchored at several points in the ocean. The last place he remembers is a surgery ward. Check. The last anchor point, he discovered some cracks in the sea. Yawn. .mp4. And they mutinied. What does our map say about these diving places? Absolutely fuck all. Great. And then we've got a bunch of outstanding crime scene icons, but that's just because I chose to engage in certain side cases a bit too early. So what do you make of this, Emma? Any ideas? Because, not gonna lie, I feel like I've kind of hit a dead end here for the time being. Hang on. Meanwhile, apparently, something that the game failed to explain to me in a proper way is that we've got knowledge points to spend in a skill tree, as it should be with any self-respecting Lovecraft game. Now, my first instinct is to go and spend these points to buy an ability that increases the ammunition limit that you're allowed to carry around, but let's see what's on offer here. So there's 3 different categories, even. This particular branch seems to be all about trap setting skills. And here we are. Keep an extra bullet loaded, gaining a chance to do double damage with the pistol. Chance 10%. Doesn't seem very spectacular at first sight, but let's see whether the skills become available to us if and when we do pick that. Reload your revolver faster. Gain a chance to deal double damage with the revolver. And then there's 2 other skills that pertain to weapons that we haven't even acquired just yet. Namely the battle rifle and the shotgun. So I want to go ahead and say I'm gonna forgo those for now. And there we are. Now we're talking about ammo limits and what you can carry around. Carry 7 more pistol rounds. Sounds pretty damn good at first sight, but let's go ahead and see what the alternative is. When close to death, slowly regenerate a limited amount of health for 1 less fighting chance. Sounds useful, but like kind of a desperate measure, I want to say. And then there's the mine category, offering smart packing, carry up to 25 pieces of any crafting material. As opposed to what, really? I'm not entirely sure what the limit is right now. Earn more experience and stay sane for slightly longer. I mean, extra XP is always welcome, but then again, I haven't really run into a situation where my sanity was draining faster than I would have liked. So right now, I am gonna go for the extra ammunition space. Let's see what that branches out into. More talk about rifle rounds and more revolver rounds. Shocking aim, even. Those are your words, not mine, but I guess it always pays to be aware of your own flaws. So, from what I've seen so far, those first aid kits actually pack quite a punch. So I'm very much tempted to go with carrying more revolver rounds. Let's go with that. Because as a side effect, that would allow us to craft more ammo and thereby freeing up more inventory space for other stuff. Oh yeah. So that's a bunch of ammo right there. Still, like, I kept being reminded of Sanders' estate when I don't think there's a whole lot we can do for him right now. What was that deal that I proposed earlier? Oh yeah, Mr. Throckmorton. If you ever need everything other than the target shooting, I'm your girl. Hey, I mean, there's entire games with, like, classes dedicated to just that. You could always be a healer, I suppose. But then again, this might not be the right game for you. Still feeling kind of stumped here, because we got the icon thingy going on accompanying this particular clue. Let's see if that icon reoccurs anywhere on the map. Doesn't seem like it does. Then there's still the expedition headquarters icon, just begging for attention right there. And no updates on the Throckmorton Manor. So, just knocked over the mic accidentally. You know what? Let's go over there one more time before I become officially pissed off for the night. And fast travel. And again, it's stated right here about it's alternating messages right there in the game hints, but yeah, the game really does put an emphasis on using your mind's eye detective skills. Is this a place? No, I didn't think it was. Just kidding. Wait, hang on. Now I'm starting to get confused as to where the actual place is. Are we even still in the same case? Oh, right. Yeah, no. My bad. I was looking at the wrong icon in the overhead compass there. Infected areas, a complete no-go. I don't want to say that it's like certain death, but given my previous encounters with enemies, it's not really a risk I'm willing to take at the moment. Especially because I'm not entirely sure
Guess I don't need the key.
what the benefits are. I mean, maybe you get some experience from them, maybe you can find ammunition there. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking it's about damn time to advance the story a little bit, at least. So, yeah, long story short, I'm just being a total chicken at the moment. Maybe if and when I do find the shotgun or anything along those lines, I'd reconsider it. But yeah, it's not where I want to be right now. So at least with all that... Whoa. Hang on, what's going on here? Is this dependent on certain objects that I look at while I'm in mind's eye mode? Or is this just a result of my sanity deteriorating? Okay, now we're just still swatting at imaginary flies. Once again. Let's go ahead and try the mind's eye on this diver helmet then.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair. Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Nah, still getting the same result. Now what am I overlooking? Because this is like the third or fourth time even maybe that I'm visiting this place. So what am I not seeing? So wait, does dropping down this hole grant me access to anything that was previously closed off?
Someone
Nah.
smashed it beyond repair.
You know what? This is probably just my own damn fault, but yeah, I want to go ahead and say this is about all I can put up with for tonight. Maybe have another fresh look at things tomorrow. But seeing as there's no indication of Throckmorton wanting to speak with us, even after everything we've uncovered so far. Yeah, no, you know what? I'm just gonna hold up to my end of the bargain. Head down to his manor. See if what we've uncovered makes any difference so far. But I'm really dreading the worst over here. And you know what? Even if he does want to talk to us, it's getting late enough as it is. So either way, I'm just gonna go ahead and check if this does us any good. And then I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. Albert Throckmorton obituary. In loving memory, Albert Throckmorton, son of respected Robert Throckmorton and descendant of a robust bloodline, died on Thursday at Oakman Port, aged 25 years. We mourn his untimely death, but we celebrate the way he lived his life. The Throckmorton family appreciates the many comforting words and prayers sent by the citizens of Oakmont. Now let's try for the man himself.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Either way, let's go ahead and save this manually for now. Hoping to get back at this at some point tomorrow, but my schedule's still a little bit vague, so no promises. Either way, thanks for joining in and watching, even if retroactively, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye for now. Take care.